Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Monday evening to everyone. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Fitzz Automotive DSRL Monday Night Thunder Truck Series, presented by Midwest Barbecue Equipment. Round number 6, the halfway point tonight here. The mile in Milwaukee. We've got some special stuff going on tonight. Fans, you got to get involved. Before the field rolls off the starting grid, you have to pick the winner. If you want a chance to win a couple of tickets to the IndyCar doubleheader weekend up at the Milwaukee Mile in August. We got a set of tickets for our fans. We got a set of tickets for our drivers. And then a random driver tonight is also going to win a spice pack from Midwest Barbecue Equipment. Thank you, Mark Wansing, for that. Shout out to all the sponsors. Talked to Richard Murtaugh over at Premier Setups earlier today. It's a big shout out to those guys. They help us on Tuesday nights. They don't help us on Mondays, but they help us on Tuesdays, and we're going to shout them out anyway. And Aaron and Mary Lee with Secure Lift. Hi, guys. The boys at Beef O'Brady's. Chris at Fitzz Auto. Everybody at Timber Creek Homes. Southwest Florida. Scott King Designs, Edmund Trophy. There's old Doyle Lawrence, Raven Graphics right there, that 88 truck. We've been watching him for a hot minute. Somebody we don't see in the trucks very often right here, the 81. Jeff Werdeman. He's got his trusty spotter, Marvin the Martian, with him. Some guys we don't see a lot of. We haven't seen Brandon Garman in a couple of weeks. But it's good to see him back. Tiny Dance. What in the world is going on with the red truck? What is wrong with that guy? That thing's been green the whole season, and now all of a sudden it's red. Boy, these guys like to mess around and mess with my head. That's what they're doing. Changing up their stuff. Those are Ryan Reagan shuts in that black and white and gold number 13 truck. Jacob Schmutz. Seth Wansing. We'll see what that guy does with saving his fuel and his tires. Hi to Jane. Hi to Jennifer. Hi to Bill. Get your picks in, guys, if you want a chance to win some tickets. You need to be able to use the tickets. We don't want to just give them to somebody and them not use them. We want you to be able to use them or know somebody that can. That's what we're looking for. But get your winner pick in. You have to have it in before qualifying ends, and it's getting close to qualifying time. So get your picks in. Get them in, get them in, get them in. This track is going to be a handful for some guys. No two ways about it. It's hot out there today. It's a little overcast, but it's hot out there on that racetrack. It's going to be slippery. This place is flat. You want to carry a lot of momentum, but you also want to put a lot of throttle into it. You got to be just super smooth. I had a feeling that Jane would pick the 64. So the 64 truck is gone. So now no one can pick Adam Vinny. You have to pick another driver. That's the one rule. Bill's going to pick Reed. Aha, good choice, guys. I know you guys would definitely have a use for the tickets up there. So if one of those two wins, congrats. Drivers going to the drivers' meeting. That means there's just about 4 or 5 minutes left in this session. And then they will get ready for qualifying. There have been at least 3 official practice sessions before happy hour tonight for this very track, this very setup for these guys, as we provide setups for those who do not have one at DSRO. We try to provide everybody at least something better than the baseline setup. And we had great sessions. We had, half a dozen drivers in every single one, and everybody was learning, figuring it out. The happy hour session, I can see that we have put some rubber down the track. We may end up getting a couple of passing lines here tonight. That'll be awesome to see a whole lot of racy racing. Now, some of these guys are going to have to really protect their right foot, be smart with it, but see how that goes. We got 21 of our most dedicated and loyal drivers in here. Guys, hustle. Get your picks in if you want to win a pair of tickets to go see the IndyCar race in Milwaukee. You got plenty of time to plan. This is March. You got till August. You're going to have at least 4.5, 5 months. But you cannot pick Adam Vinny. You cannot pick Reed Rundle. You have to pick another driver in the field. They're all up there. If I was going to do it, man, I don't know. I heard some scuttlebutt, but I would put my money on the 07 or the 118. That's where I would put my money. I'm just saying. I'm not going to play because I'm not going to use the tickets, but I know somebody that would use them if I were to win them. But that's not very fair. So we won't do it that way. So get your picks in. You got to pick the winner. You can't pick the 64 or the 43. You can pick anybody else out of the list. Just get it in my chat before they roll off behind that pace car for that pace lap before we start this race. Once the race starts, you cannot have a pick. Where's everybody watching from? Say hi in the chat. If you got a favorite driver, pick them and say hi. They may or may not see your text. See everybody over on YouTube. I hope we've got some somewhere else. Maybe Twitch, Trovo, Facebook. All right, we're going to try to watch a couple of these guys here. I'm going to keep an eye on the 118 of Austin Selman, the 7 of Austin DeMoore for sure. Jennifer, are you going to pick the 69? He was pretty fast in the practice session, I got to say. The 24 truck was pretty quick all night, too, in this happy hour session. Now, I don't know what he did on long run runs, but I did see him make one. But I got a pair of tickets for the IndyCar Milwaukee race in August to give away to a fan. And we got a pair to give away to a driver. Hopefully we're going to give it away to the winner. Hello, Deb. And now we're going to watch the 7 truck. I'm going to try to bounce back and forth between the 7 and the 118. These are the two guys I think are going to be good. Seth Wansing in the 5 truck would also be a brilliant choice if you're going to pick a winner to try to win those tickets to the NXT IndyCar race. Got to get it in before we go green. You got to get it in. Get your picks in my chat. No, Austin DeMoore is going to have him a problem here. And we're going to watch Seth Wansing goes 30.04. He went 29.80 in the practice session in his qualifying trim. Garrett Boyd with a 30.18, second quick. No wiggles out of the 5. Good lap coming for the 5 truck. What's it going to be? And he goes 30 flat this time. Galen Gidman putting up a 30.09. Garrett Boyd jumps right up there at a 30.04. Let's see, where is our 7 truck at? There's John Fall. I don't know why he's in the 7. He's actually the 0. I'm looking for Austin DeMoore. We'll see what he's going to put down here for the lap. Wansing, Boyd, Gidman, Semmelman, 4th quick. Doyle Lawrence is 5th quick. Where's Adam Vinny? Adam Vinny coming out. Austin DeMoore to 3rd quick. Now Adam Vinny coming out. This is first time by. Fifth quick for Vinny, 30.10. 30.003 officially for Wansing. Mike Forsner is just finishing up. He's 11th quick at a 30.34. Second time by for Vinny. Moves him up to 3rd quick, 30.05 for the 64 truck. Now the 64 will go to the back. He is one of the top 5 drivers, and he will be going to the back. What? Wow, he's going to go with the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Guys, I'm telling you, if I'm going to pick one, I'm picking the 5 truck. The guy just knows how to get it done. He's good at saving fuel. Tonight, I don't know if he has to. So, Vinny, Brock Bigelow didn't make it in tonight. Kobe Stidham is not here. Semmelman and DeMoore. Those 3 drivers headed to the back tonight. Points will start getting shaken up. As drop weeks will start to come into play here. And I'm going to slide this in front of the screen real quick here, guys. Sorry about how that has to be. As you can see right now, there is your top 21 drivers in points. Vinny, Bigelow, Stidham, Selman, DeMore, Boyd, King, Wansing, Yost, Graves, Forstner, Cooper, Spalding, Lawrence, Fall, Moody, Whiteman, Wagenschutz, Schmutz, Ostendorf, and Rundle are the top 21 right now. That will start to shake up. Hell yeah, I love it. You've got not much time to get your picks in. Pick the winner. 2 tickets to the IndyCar race at the Milwaukee Mile in August. When they get around here and the pace car drops off, that's it. Picks are over. We prefer that if you are going to use them, you try to win them. But if you know somebody that will, no worries. All right, let's get ready to look at the starting lineup. The 5 of Seth Wansing, and he will keep the pole. The 21 of Garrett Boyd will stay there with him on the outside. Adam Vinny, the 64, will drop to the back. He's inside row 2 next to the 7 of Austin Moore. Those 2 drivers will both go to the back, and then it'll be Galen Gibbon, the 94, and Austin Semmelman, who will also drop to the back in the 118. Doyle Lawrence, the 88, next to the 24 of Noah Bowman. You move into the 5th row. It's Reed Rundle, the 43, and Tiny Dancer Scott King in the 118, or in the number 18. I'm sorry. His partner in crime is in the 118. Mike Forstner, the 69, has the inside starting duty in row number 6 next to the 9 of Jacob Schmutz. Then Jeff Werdeman, the 81, and Kevin Spalding, the 25, in row 7. Row 8 is 0 of John Fall next to the 8 of Michael Everett. The 13 of Ryan Wagenschutz next to the 78 of Brian Cross in row number 9. Josh Whiteman in the 24. Back in row 10 next to his teammate, the 73 of Larry Moody, and Brandon Garman in the 18. Supposed to be Outback Jack, but he is going to start about 3 cars further forward than his starting position, so about 18th for him. Drivers starting to make their way to the back. We're going to keep an eye also tonight. A rare appearance from the 94 of Galen Gidman has a win over in the Timber Creek Home Series. Dropping down to run the trucks. And this must have been a last-second decision because he just showed up out of nowhere a little while ago. We got 75 laps on the board. They can run 36 to 37 laps on fuel. They get 1 set of tires. They're starting the race on their qualifying tires. They get 1 more set. Somebody is going to stretch this. Somebody is going to be smart, and they're going to stretch this. Somebody starting deep in this field is going to stretch this and make sure they can do it on 1 stop. Somebody's going to come up short. Somebody's liable to spin out. We don't know what's going to happen, but the pace car is about to get the heck out of the way, and we're about to go green flag racing. Green flag. We're underway. The Fitzz Automotive DSRL Monday Night Thunder Truck Series presented by Midwest BBQ Equipment at the Milwaukee Mile. Wansing and Boyd are side by side at the front. Wansing has the preferred inside line, the shorter way around, but Boyd has the momentum, and there's a little bit of rubber up there. He might be able to use the slingshot off the corner and lead the lap. It's not going to happen. He wiggles. Wansing goes to the point, lap 1. Gidman took a peek to the inside. Rundle is 4th. He's got Doyle Lawrence taking a peek around, looking here, looking there. Schmutz behind that, next to Bowman, right in front of Mike Forstner in the 69. Scotty King is 9th. Kevin Spalding 10th. Let's go a little ways back. Adam Vinny has made a move. He's picked up 1. Now make it 2 spots. He's kind of boxed in right here. Whiteman is right behind that. Where is Austin Semmelman? Austin Semmelman's already making tracks through the field. He's up to 14th and moving forward. He just went around Jeff Werdeman. He's right behind Austin DeMore. Another one of our drivers that went to the back. DeMore has been fast all week in practice. Has had 0 issues with finding speed in that 7 truck. All week long in practice. Little slippity slide. Oh, this is going to hurt. There they go. Brian Cross. Michael Everett. Oh, man. Well, we want to go down. We want to try to take a little better look at this. So let's go back. We're going to watch the 3 truck and the 8 truck. The 3 is going to wiggle right about here. Little overcorrection. He gets into the door of the 8 truck. And the 81 of Werdeman spun out trying to get past all that. Wonder why that link didn't work. That's weird. So we're going to see who's where, but I think Boyd now has the point. And, I thought for a second Wansing was going to dip it in there and go get fuel so that he could guarantee he could make it. But under caution, it may save them enough fuel to make it on one stop. I feel like if you can get to 38 or 39, you're in pretty good shape. Let's go and let's grab. You know what? Let's grab a driver. Reed Rundle, Roger Wagner up in the booth. Got a copy?
I do, sir. How are you?
I am good, sir. All right, I know we're only a couple of laps into this thing, but you had a little bit of practice time. What's the track feeling like? Because it was pretty hot when we got in here tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty slick, and of course these trucks dance around a lot and everything, so it's kind of all over with things. But we'll try and stay nice and calm and not make any mistakes and go from there.
Well, what did you find in the practice? Because you qualified pretty well. You're up here running about 4th right now. What did you find in practice that's got the speed in the old Geritol machine?
We qualified, 9th, I think, or whatever, and, got the benefit of a couple guys moving over and stuff. But, like I said, track, if it's going in and out of clouds, is going to be something that we're going to have to really kind of keep an eye on and go from there, because it's going to get tight, loose. So we'll just have, like I said, we'll have to be careful. Heading to green now.
All right, man. Go have some fun out there. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of this thing.
I won't hold my breath, but we'll talk to you later, man.
Reed Rundle in the 43 truck. Always fun to talk to Reed. I give him a lot of grief about being an old guy. And he takes takes it so well, he put Geritol on the hood of that number 43 just because of me. So I like him. Like him because he reacts well to things, takes things in stride, and does a lot of stuff. We're getting ready for this restart. Boyd got around Wansing right before we got to the caution. Gidman, Rundle, Lawrence, Schmutz, Forstner, Bowman, DeMoore, and Semmelman. 2 of the guys that went to the back now inside the top 10. Adam Vinny just a couple of spaces behind them, so we'll see. Long way to go. Good start for Garrett Boyd. Wow. He launched out there. And I know that Rundle is going to give it everything he's got. He's going to try to get along the right rear corner of Wansing. He can't quite get there on the exit of the corner, but he did shoot around Galen Gidman. Gidman looks like the 94 truck's got some speed in the center of the corner. He's really having to check it. So we'll go back just a little bit. Vinny got around Semmelman. Right there, put himself into the top 10. Semmelman's 10th, Vinny is 9th. DeMoore is 8th on the outside. He's going to go around Forstner right there. Forstner in that 69 truck. New paint on the 69. And now Vinny. Quick work through 3 and 4. Gets around the 69. It'll be Austin Semmelman's turn to try to work his way by. And those 3 are going to have to try to stay together. Speed will equal out. They'll pull each other back just a little bit right there, running side by side. Now Jacob Schmutz getting a little bit of a left side window full of that black number 7. Vinny's trying to keep in lockstep with DeMoore right here. DeMoore gets great launch off the corner. He might have the best launch off the corner of any truck out here right now. Now it's Vinny and Schmutz side by side. Semmelman is going to try to use the open door policy created by Vinny and see if he can work around that 9 truck as well. Semmelman gets the job done, and now can Forstner get there? Pull himself up from 10th place. Let's go back towards the front because Boyd still has the lead by about 4 truck lengths. And they are single file back through the field all the way down to about Noah Bowman pretty much. Forstner now is going to take that peek down the inside of Schmutz. Not enough momentum right there. Schmutz had a good run through the center. Let's go back here. Garmin, Werdeman, Josh Whiteman. Whiteman was a little concerned about how his truck was handling in the pre-race practice. It looks like he's got that figured out. He was starting at the back. He's up to 15th right now. Then it's Cross and Everett. There's Spalding, Fall, Moody, Tiny Dancer. That's our 21st place truck. Tiny Dancer, well, he's about 8 seconds off of this leader up here. DeMoore got around Lawrence pretty quickly right there. A little wiggle out of the 7 truck, and forward progress will stall now as he gets behind Rundle. Track is in the sun down at 3 and 4. It's in the shade down at 1 and 2, and that will make the handling characteristics completely different at both ends of this race track. Now the sun's starting to peek out in turn 1. As the clouds move through, this track is going to change drastically. Gidman beside Wansing now out of 2. The fuel saver, tire saver master in the 5 truck. And he may be on that strategy as well right now, trying to save a couple of laps of fuel. Got a good run off the exit of 4, and he's going to hold Rundle at bay for the moment. DeMoore is going to go to the outside and see if he can make a pass. Rundle had to check up. He almost got in the back of the 5 truck, and that may hurt him. Now we see Vinny go around Lawrence right there in the 88. DeMoore clears Rundle, have his sights set on Wansing. Talked to Austin DeMoore. Ooh, big wiggle right there. I talked to DeMoore before the race. He said he really wants to win this like a backyard race for him. So he really wants to win this one. Great racing right here. Let's go drone cam. Watch these two. You can see Adam Vinny is getting right there in the picture. DeMoore moves to the inside. Says, I'm done running that outside line. I'm going to get in line here, ride a couple laps, size up to 43. Galen Gidman now starting to reel the leader in, and I would not be surprised if Gidman were to put everything together just right here and pick up a win. Very proficient in the trucks. When he finds something he likes for a setup, he's usually going to be able to use it to his advantage. And it looks like he's got something underneath him that's pretty good. A little wiggle out of the 21 and a big run down the backstretch. We're going to have a battle for the lead getting into turn 3. And Wisely, the 21, backs it up enough to get in behind the 94 to keep them 1-2. Wansing now, 3rd. Rundle 4th, and DeMoore trying to work on him. He's got the inside getting into 1 and 2. Little squeeze play out of the 43. DeMoore still inside. Tight on the door for a moment was the 43. Now drifts a little wider. This should give DeMoore the run. And he should have this getting down here into turn 1. Not quite. Rundle, great drive into and through the center of 1 and 2. Man, he is making it real tough on the 7 truck right now. Looks like 21 of Garrett Boyd might be struggling on entry right now. This time, DeMore looks like he's got the 43 cleared. He'll slide up in front. DeMore takes 4th away from Rundle. Wansing is now going after Boyd. And Boyd got a great run from the center off of turn number 2 right there. The high side looks like it's going to become a little bit of a line you could use. Keep these guys down in that black and keep them honest. 21 and the 5 nearly got together right there. Hard driving. We're still somewhere between 12 and 15 laps from pits right here with the caution laps. Somewhere, I'm going to say, around lap 37, 38, 39 if you run it dry. Galen Gidman, meanwhile, well, he's checking out. Got something he likes underneath him, and he is starting to roll away from these guys. This time, Wansing clears Boyd on the exit. That opens the door for Austin DeMore, and I don't think there'll be much of a challenge there. I think Boyd's going to want to try to get back down in front of the 43 and the 64 and get in line. Here comes Austin Semmelman. He's back into the mix. Grundle drifts up the hill in 3. Going to keep it up there in 4, but that opens the door for Adam Vinny in that 64. Runner with a good run through the center of turn 2. He's going to have nice momentum down the backstretch. He's going to take the spot back, and Semmelman saw that. I think he's going to try to get to the outside of the 64 here. Al has thoughts of cutting to the bottom. We're going to start to see that as this race wears on. These guys that can go in the middle and cut to the bottom, and they're going to be able to make these runs work. Rundle still holding off Vinny on the top of turns 1 and 2. We're going to go back closer to the front because Wansing now has picked up the pace a little bit. Oh, truck down on the grass on the infield. That is Brandon Garman, and Garman is going to try to limp the 18 truck around to the pits. Try not to bring out a caution. And it looks like he's going to get it done. Wansing and DeMore are getting ready to start doing battle. Boyd is in between DeMore and Rundle. Rundle in front of Vinny. Vinny in front of Semmelman. Lawrence behind that in 8. Then Forstner and Bowman 9-10. Here comes Brian Cross, though. And Cross is looking to the outside, and he bombs it into 3 and 4. That 3 truck is looking strong. Around the outside, he's going to take this spot away before we get down to turn 1, and he's got it. I want to go back to this battle because it's starting to heat up. That time, DeMore trying to outbrake Wansing into the corner, and he is going to get that accomplished. Wansing quickly lets him go and falls back in line. I give you the spot. I'll get back in line. We'll ride a little while because we're within 10 laps of making pit stops. It's still 1 full second between Gidman and DeMore. Boyd still sitting there 4th. Rundle and Vinny 5 and 6. Semmelman 7th. Lawrence, Forstner. Now Cross is 10th as he gets around Bowman. He's been the quickest truck on the track the last couple of laps. You see how far around the racetrack the trucks are spread. Gidman's lead starting to shrink as DeMore now Long run speed in the 7 truck, and he is starting to close in. Got it down to about 0.8 of a second. Wansing and Boyd still 3 and 4. But Rundle is creeping to the back bumper of the 21. Semmelman just got around Vinny getting into 1 and 2, and Austin Semmelman starting to work his way forward. Remember, DeMoore, Vinny, and Semmelman all went to the back of this field. Now the gap at the front is a half second. We're probably within 6 to 8 laps of Pitts, and I'm going to say more like 5 to 7. Wansing is still 3rd, and I'll tell you what, 4th place is about to be under fire because Garrett Boyd is going to have everything he can handle in the shape of the 43 truck here momentarily. He's getting good runs on the exit. Rundle's getting good runs into the corner. Pretty soon they're going to equal out. These guys run on a 50% fuel load, and they only get 2 sets of tires for the whole night. Qualifying in this first run and then 1 more set. So that time 21 truck just a little bit rotatey on the exit, but he got a lot of power down. He's able to pull out a little bit on Rundle. Only retiree is the 18 truck of Brandon Garman. Let's go look at the back of the field. There's Larry Moody. He runs 20th. There's Gidman and DeMoore. They're closing in. Everett is 19th. Whiteman, King, Fall, that's 16th. Spalding is 15th. Schmutz, Wagenschutz, Werdeman is 12th. Bowman 11th. Then we get into the top 10 with Cross, Forshner, Lawrence, Vinny, Semmelman in 6th, Rundle 5th, Boyd, Wansing, and we'll get back to DeMoore and Gidman as we're getting close to Pitts. The next 2 to 4 laps, we're going to see these guys all start diving in. It's a tough pit road to hit. It is an easy pit road to get caught speeding on. Here's some movement at the back. Semmelman is trying to get to the outside of Reed Rundle now. He wants 5th before we're halfway. I told you that those runs would start to equal and change a little bit. Well, that time Semmelman went in high, cut low. Rundle kept it on the bottom, but Semmelman was closing right there. Could not get the nose under Rundle. This time pulls it down to the inside. He's right there on the corner. Rundle recognizes the position and stays in the middle. That don't mean the battle's over. Good battle here for the 5th spot. We're going to have to go towards the front. As now we're in the range, 1 or 2 laps, and these guys will be able to make it. And our first taker is going to be the 73 of Larry Moody right out from in front of the leaders. Michael Everett is also on pit road. Gidman and DeMoore. Still 1-2. Wansing is 3rd. Boyd now has reeled him back in. We'll see if anybody dives off right here. If they dive off here, they might be able to make it. I'd like to see them go 1 or 2 more laps. And I think we're going to get at least 1 more. Wansing. Boyd is headed in. There's your first of the top 5 to go in. Garrett Boyd pulls it down. That puts Semmelman 4th. Vinny is now 5th. Lawrence went in as well. Reed Rundle must have had a problem because he went from a top 5 or 6. Oh, he pitted. I did not see him pit. You sneaky sucker, you. The old man was sneaky. Top 2 going in. There comes Gidman. Wansing now has the point. There he goes around. Here comes Boyd out. And Boyd will get his lap right back. That's Michael Everett right there. Forstner second. Spalding is currently third. Fall will go to fourth. Adam Vinny is on pit road. There goes DeMoore. There goes Semmelman. There goes Gidman. There goes Vinny. In a string coming out. Seth Wansing now dives to pit road. So that is going to move Kevin Spalding. Mike Forstner is on pit road. Spalding is not going to come in this time. He's going one more. So Spalding may have the lead when we come around. Forstner on pit road. Wansing on pit road. It's going to shuffle around, and DeMoore is right there. He's got the lead. Gidman second. Semmelman is third. Vinny is now fourth. Then Rundle fifth. Here comes Boyd. Boyd is going to try to work the high side and get around him and move Boyd up. So Spalding's going to run her till she dry, but he leads a lap. Scott King is second. Then DeMoore and company are right there. So praying for a caution they're not going to get, it doesn't look like. And DeMoore should re-inherit the lead here. He took it on pit road. He got it away from Galen Gidman. And I know DeMoore spent a ton of time practicing. He really wanted to put Victory Circle on notice that the 7 truck at Milwaukee was probably going to be there. We'll see if he can finish it off tonight. But he's still got 32 laps to hold these guys off. Semmelman is now up to the 3rd spot. But Boyd is going fast. He's coming hard. Teammates side by side in the 118 and the 0. Semmelman got behind Boyd this time. Here comes Wansing. Wansing is going to look at Vinny. He's going to try to make a move. Remember, Wansing led. He stayed out after everyone else pitted. And Vinny up the hill a little bit. Lets the 5 go. Now Wansing's going to go on the attack of the 18. Spalding is still out there. So is Scotty King. Those guys might have pitted on that first caution. Let me look and see if they already have a pit stop to their car. They do. So those two had pitted, so they're going to have a couple, 3 extra laps here. Probably going to pit within the next lap or 2. Now Wansing's got Boyd about 1.1 seconds in front of him, and he's going to try to make up all that ground here about as quick as he can. Watching Spalding, looks like he's going to pit road. Tiny Dancer went in the last time by. He's about to drop off the jack and head out, and there he goes. So the last of the leaders pitting in the 25 of Kevin Spalding. And here's a battle for the lead because Gidman now has gotten back to the 7 of DeMoore. And they'll go side by side. When they went in the pits, it was the 94 in front of the 7. When they came out, the 7 was in front of the 94. Lap truck coming off of turn 4. That's the 18 of Scotty King. We'll see where he goes down here in turns 1 and 2, and he's going to go high, and that is going to interfere with the 94 a little bit. But he was just trying to give him racing room. What a battle at the front. Side by side as they run up on Kevin Spalding now in the 25 truck. And Gidman has to yield a little. The 25 still has a good run. He's on the lead lap. He's the last truck on the lead lap. But he's on the lead lap. These two are 3.6 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Right now, that's Garrett Boyd. Oh, wrecking behind. Jacob Schmutz is going to have him a problem here. Let's see what happens to the 9 truck. This is right behind Boyd and right on Wansing, and he got down a little bit. Oh, yeah, truck low. Let's go back and watch that again. That's Seth Wansing in the 5 truck right there. So that'll slow things down and change things. Now we'll see, does anybody think they need to come for fuel? Nobody should have tires. So you got what you got. And you got what you got with about what's going to be 25 laps to go when we go back to green here. DeMore and Gidman lost 3.6 seconds in this. They had a huge lead. Probably we're going to settle it between the two of them. Boyd third, Vinny fourth, Semmelman, Forstner, Rundle, Lawrence, Wansing now 9th, and Werdeman 10th. Wansing is 8th, Rundle is 9th. So we got a couple of shifts going here. Guys on pit road. And Vinny is on. He's going to top with fuel. He's got right side tires left. There's Just Laxon. What's up, Justin? All right. Let's find out where the rest of our drivers are right now. Bowman and Spalding, 11 and 12. King, Fall, Whiteman, Moody, Schmutz, Everett, Wagon, Schutz, and Cross. Mike Forstner, who Justin is cheering for right there. Well, he's 4th right now in the running order, right in front of Doyle Lawrence. Wansing up to 6th, then Werdeman, Vinny, Semmelman, Rundle. A little bit of shuffling here, there. That was interesting. Jersey! Yeah, I don't know why I got you two mixed up. I guess Justin don't hardly ever get on. Is that right? Is that what I'm to understand? So I should know. All right, we're going to extend our caution for one more lap here. We got some drivers, I think, that are out of position. They don't know where they're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be behind. Or in front of something. And now maybe everybody's going to be in the right spots here. We still got 12, 13, 12 of them on the lead lap. Kevin Spalding back here. But he's last in the line. Why doesn't he watch? Does he not enjoy racing? He's going to force me to have to come down there and have a drink with him and talk about this. All right, lights are off on our pace car. We're getting ready to go back to green. We are going to have about 23 laps to go to decide this. The battle has been between the 7 and the 94. Everybody else has just been a participant. So we'll see. After a heat cycle on the tires, they put a few laps on them. Actually put about 15 laps on them. We'll see. But a restart at the front. And the green flag back in the air. Good start for DeMore. That's going to put Boyd and Gidman side by side. Lawrence and Forstner almost have contact through turns 1 and 2. That's going to open the door for Wansing. He's trying to figure out where the hole's going to be when we get down to turn 3. Side by side. for 4th and 5th. Or 5th and 6th, excuse me, and now Wansing has 5th. Forstner side by side with Vinny, and he's got a good run going. Little bit hot getting into 3, and he got it up the hill. Couldn't get it woed up. That opens the door. Vinny goes right by. There comes Reed Rundle as well. DeMoore out front. Boyd, then Gidman 2-3. To Lawrence is 4th. Wansing and Vinny 5-6. Rundle 7. Forstner's 8. Semmelman now is working past the 69 truck. Here comes Noah Bowman in the 24 as well. Noah Bowman off the bumper of the 69, got a little wide in 1. He'll have to regroup, but he's going to get a big run coming off of 2. Let's go back here to 2nd and 3rd there. I thought they were a little closer than they actually are. Gidman getting good runs through the center of the corner. He is going after Garrett Boyd right here. Wants to go back and challenge that 7 truck. Vinny is going to make a run at Wansing. Semmelman now trying to get past. It's 3 wide down the front stretch. Reed Rundle was in the middle of the sandwich. Wansing got pinned to the outside, lost about 3 spots right there. Now there's contact. Door to door between the 43 and the 118. They sort it out. Everybody stays facing forward. Move for the 4th spot. Vinny and Lawrence are side by side. Gidman's still having trouble getting around Boyd. Those boys need to go. Here comes a 64. Side by side for 3rd. Vinny and Gidman are still there. Here comes Semmelman. Semmelman with a big run through the center right up on the bumper of this 94 truck. Everybody chasing the 7 of DeMoore. 15 laps to go. Gidman not rolling over at all. He is fighting every corner. Try to stay in front of the 64. Six-tenths of a second between DeMoore and Boyd. It is another half second back to this battle right here. Gidman tried to get a run through the center off, couldn't get it done. Vinny had the outside, got a great run. Now Semmelman's going to get after the 94. He's going to have to dispatch the 43 first. I didn't see Rundle pull alongside, but he surely got there. Couple of blinks. Now he gets single file. Semmelman, big slide off the corner. Semmelman got clear of Gidman. Now he's starting to make a little bit of distance. Here comes Reed Rundle around the 94 truck. Heat cycle did not do well. It's going to be a battle for second because Vinny is starting to get close to Boyd now. It's going to be 10 to go next time by. Semmelman is starting to close on this battle as well. He gets great runs down into the corner. Does the 118. He's looking for one of these guys to slip. This time, Vinny's going to look to the inside on Boyd. Semmelman's going to try to get there as well, but the door closes on the late exit. It's 9/10 of a second with 9 laps to go. Now Semmelman to the inside on Boyd. He needs to get clear so he can go back after the 64. He wants to try to run the 7 down. 43 is right there as well. Rundle hanging tough in the top 5. DeMore keeping it out there at about 8 to 9/10 of a second. Eight laps to go. Semmelman. Oh, big mistake out of the 118. He missed the entry to turn number 1 by a long ways. He's going to fall from 3rd to 5th. That's going to put Boyd back on the podium. DeMore starting to lose ground. It's down under a half a second. Vinny is just pile driving it down the corner. He's making up all kinds of distance. It's going to be 6 to go this time. Vinny's going to be there. He's going to have plenty of time to work over the bumper on the 7 truck. It's a quarter of a second. We'll be around to the wave lap this time. These guys are 1.3 seconds. Reed Rundle now has gotten around Garrett Boyd for 3rd. Five to go, and it's still just about 0.2 of a second. DeMore. Center out, good exit speed. Vinny, entry to center, best speed of the race. He closes in well. He and Semmelman really had good entry speed. It's 4 to go. It's still a quarter second. Rundle now clear of everybody into 3rd. Here comes Gidman working on Boyd for 4th. This is about 2 seconds behind your leaders. Boyd gives room, lets him go. Semmelman is right behind in 6th. Then Wansing, Lawrence, Bowman, Forstner. We're going back to the front because we're coming down to 3 to go. DeMore. Keeping it right there at about 0.2 to 2.5. 3 to go. He's got to hold on for 6 more corners. Good exit speed from the 7. He stretches it out a couple tenths. Vinny had a slow 1 and 2 that time. 2 to go this time. The gap is now a half second. DeMoor cranking it up at the very end. Reed Rundle is closing on both drivers. Kidman and Boyd still in the top 5. Semmelman is right there in 6th. Out of 4. It's 0.6 of a second again. One more time around. Last time up the backstretch, Austin DeMoor, 0.75 of a second over Adam Vinny. Through the middle and out of turn 4. Austin DeMoor will go to victory lane at DSRL again. He wins in Milwaukee. Vinny second, Rundle third, Gidman fourth, and Boyd fifth. Almost side by side between Wansing and Semmelman. For 6th and 7th, Lawrence was 8th. Bowman and Forstner 9-10. Spalding and Werdeman 11 and 12. That's your lead lap cars. King in 13th. Fall 14th. 15th was Whiteman. Schmutz 16th. Michael Everett 17th. Ryan Wagenschutz in the 18th spot. Larry Moody, Brian Cross, and Brandon Garman rounded out the field tonight. There we go. Now we'll get a chance to talk to our top 3. It's going to take us a minute to move Mr. DeMoor. Well, I said that, and then he didn't move at all. Yeah, he did. Where'd he go? There he is. And then we'll move him there, and then we'll move him here. All right, let's get ready to talk to our third place driver. The old man of the bunch. He's got enough gumption and enough wind to bring it home in third tonight. Reed Rundle. Looked like a hell of a run at the end there.
Yeah, breathing heavy. I mean, that was a lot of work. A hell of a fun track. Always loved the track. Grew up about 3 miles from here, so yeah, a lot of time watching it. So I don't know if that paid off or not, but I think it's pretty cool to see 3 Wisconsin boys up 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to ask you. It's an all-Wisconsin podium, and you and your teammate, you battled hard early. You battled hard in the middle of this run for a moment, and then things kind of shuffled around. You guys decided to go to pit road at the very end on that last caution, and it looks like maybe that was your move to keep you on the podium.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't take tires on that first stop and, I don't know, drop back to 10th or whatever, and we just kind of ride. And I always hate to say, hope for caution, but in this case, we got it when we needed it with 25 left and, 4 freshes on me, and it helped quite a bit.
Yeah, it looked like the track was pretty slick, but we got a groove kind of in the middle, and a lot of you guys were able to make a whole lot of speed from the center off of the corners on the top line there.
Yeah, I mean, if you even noticed a few guys making passes on the outside too, and this has always been a track roll the center. You got to be able to roll the center here. If you can do that, you're going to make up a little bit of time, and just depending on how the other trucks are around you got to be careful with that. But no, that's definitely part of it, and we were able to put her down.
Well, I talked to you before the race, and I was wondering, did you end up sticking with the 2 setups, one of the 2 that you were given?
Yes, sir. I made 2 very minor adjustments and ran it the whole time. And like I said, I think the tires helped us towards the end when other guys had taken tires earlier.
Well, that's an awesome job and a testament that if anybody's on the fence about coming in here to race, the setups that are given by the league to the drivers, very competitive, because a third place run on that setup is pretty darn good considering how fast this field was tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And as we've talked before, don't get a whole lot of practice time for me. So to be able to come in and have a setup that I can work with and make work for me is always a plus, and I appreciate you.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and I'm going to let you go celebrate with your teammate.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, first of all, I want to thank the Series Midwest Truck Series, sponsor Secure Lift Boat Lift Systems, and of course, you guys, the Dirt Wrestling Network. You and I have known each other a long time, Roger. Always appreciate you, and you put on a good show. And on the truck, this is the first time I've gotten to say it, but we're going to say Beard Wisconsin first. And then we're going to say Wisconsin, drink Wisconsinably. The guys from Geritol must have heard you talking about them all the time because they decided to put their name on the hood. So, no dude wipes or anything like that yet. We haven't gotten any money from them.
No dude wipes yet.
Hey, if they want to put up some money, we never know.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run, and I will look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, thanks, Roger. Shout out to my wife and my dad. Always appreciate them watching and seeing what's going on. Have a good night.
Reed Arundel finishing in third. And now let's move on to this guy right here. Another Wisconsin boy, and I know he was digging hard. He wanted to get up there on the top step. Looks like the tires finally gave out, Adam Vinny.
Yeah. Yeah. One spot short from where I wanted to finish. Definitely could have been worse. So second place is pretty good. Yeah, just I melted the tires. I was stuck on the outside a couple times, battling these guys back here. I was trying to get through as fast as possible so I could get to Des Moines so I could save some tire. Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Well, it looked like everybody was fairly equal after about 10 laps, but guys were able to make moves on the top side. You guys were able to make moves on the bottom. It looked like it just kind of was wherever you had to run, you just had to know how to run the line to make the pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the truck was just loose or if it was hot, but it seemed pretty greasy out there. You had to be dang near perfect with the throttle for sure. One little slip up I did a couple times once I got to Des Moines. You saw me get loose. I was a little heavy on the throttle and lost a bunch of time. Had to try and make it back up. So that was with any pass, but a lot of fun.
Well, I got to ask you, did you run one of the provided setups? I know you guys always make little adjustments and everything to them, but we're trying to convince guys to join this because a lot of guys are skeptical about the whole, I can't do the open setup thing. But this league provides setups that are usually pretty competitive. So I want to know, did you run one of the provided setups or did you bring your own stuff?
I practiced a little bit with the provided one, and it was a little loose for me, but it felt really good. Anybody that hopped in one of those setups would have been fast out here. So great setups. But yeah, I did monkey around with a different setup that I had. It wasn't even for the Milwaukee Mile, so I used a complete different setup. Just changed the gear a little bit and monkeyed around with it here and there. And
that's sad.
Short runs was.
A Wisconsin guy that doesn't have a Milwaukee setup? Woo.
Well, I just go to show that I don't need one.
There you go. Good job. Well, I got to ask you, you got 3 Wisconsin guys that finished 1, 2, 3 at the Milwaukee Mile. I mean, state pride, that's got to be something, right?
Yeah, I know. While I was chasing down Des Moines, I'm like, oh man, my teammate behind me, he's in third, so that's awesome. We got 3 Wisconsin boys up here, so yeah, that's pretty awesome, pretty neat.
Well, an awesome job, man. You did a great job tonight having to go to the back. You ran all the way up here and got to second to finish this thing up in your home state. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and I'm going to let you go celebrate with your teammate.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Roger. Appreciate you and the Dirt Racing Network, Fitzz Automotive Service, Midwest BBQ Equipment, Rocket K Logistics, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scotty King Designs, Digital Sim Sport Network, Dirt Racing Network. Again, they just appreciate everybody that helps support this league and lets us do what we enjoy doing. And obviously what's on the car is Beard Wisconsin, Small Batch Beard Oils and Balms, Next Level Litigation Support, WBAM, Drink Wisconsinably, and yeah, thank you to the Milwaukee Mile.
All right, man. Congratulations on the run. Thanks for talking with us. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Roger.
Adam Vinny finishing in second here tonight in his home state. And now another Badger boy brings home the big hardware tonight. And I talked to him pretty much all week. He said this was a race he had checkmarked, that he really wanted to win. Austin DeMore, you got it done tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't easy having to go to the back, and the track was slick tonight. It was hot, and you had to manage your tires really well there, not to get loose or slide into the corner and eat up the right front. And I just kept it steady, consistent, and made the green flag pit stop pay off, and ended up coming out with the lead, which helped on that late.
I was going to ask you, did you take 4 or did you just take 2 right there? Because you got in and out faster than anybody else.
I only took 2.
That's what I thought. Now I got to ask you another question, because it looked like you were toying with those guys. You kind of let Vinny catch up there, and then them last 3-4 laps looked like you finally decided, well, you know what, I can't horse around and let him get too close. I got to get away.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I was honestly just taking care of my stuff and not trying to overdrive it. And once I seen him there is when I started to pick it up a little bit more.
Well, fantastic job, man. All the practice laps paid off. You're going to win here tonight in your home state. Got to ask, are you taking the tickets?
Yes, sir.
I figured you would, buddy. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous. I'm going to let you get out of here and go celebrate with Team Phoenix.
I got to thank the series sponsors, Fitzz Automotive, Midwest BBQ Equipment, Rock Inc. Logistics, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and the Dirt Racing Network. And got to thank my team, Team Phoenix, for giving me a great truck tonight. And I got to thank the girlfriend out there for watching and supporting me and letting me do this.
All right, man. Awesome drive. Congrats on the win, and make good use of the tickets. Enjoy the race. Make sure you give us some pictures to post up that show you guys were there. We'd greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Austin DeMore, everybody. He picks up the win here tonight at Milwaukee. What a drive. 2 cautions tonight for the guys. Awesome run. We'll watch him burn these down here. We did not have a pick the winner. So, guys, what we're going to do is we are going to put the names all in a hat. If you chatted tonight, we are going to put all the names into a hat. We're going to draw them out. Watch the show tomorrow night to see if you won. Come and join us for the Timber Creek Homes of Southwest Florida Stock Car Series presented by Beef O'Brady's. Come tomorrow night. Say hi in the chat. Let us know you're here. We'll tell everybody who won probably right about the time we go racing tomorrow night. Now, I'm going to ask, and I'm going to get my guy. I'm going to bring him in. I'm just going to do it right out of the blue. He has no idea he's coming here. Scotty King, I got to talk to you, buddy. You there?
Hey, Roger. How's it going?
It is going good. We had a winner for the tickets, and I know that young man said he wanted the tickets. He's going to take his girlfriend and go to the race. Did we give away the spice pack from Midwest BBQ? And if we did, who did it go to?
That was going to the winner.
Well, so he's going to double dip and get all the prizes tonight. Fantastic job. So we'll give away one tomorrow night, too. Scotty, what happened, man? You come in a red truck. That was the first thing. And then, man, I don't know, 13th? That's a bad number, dude.
Well, I thought maybe with the Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile, I'd throw a little something special on there. And, well, I tried. I did a couple practice races, and I was short on fuel, so I thought maybe if I were to kind of just take it easy, and we got that caution early, I thought I'd come in and top off and just kind of coast. And then, I don't know. I thought when those guys had to pit, I could keep going, and yeah, just got caught a lap down, unfortunately. And
hey, you want to do something live right here on the deal? Can you still get to random?
For the tickets?
For the fan tickets. No one picked the winner, so I wanted to put all the people that chatted in and give them a chance to win. If they don't want to use them, that's fine. We'll just go to the next person.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, like I said, as long as they can make it out and they can use them, I'm down to give them away.
Well, we got 6 people. So can you
Okay.
throw me something together for a quick draw 6 and then hit it 3 times and tell me what the number is? And I'm going to write these down in order of appearance. I'm going to write down Jane. And then I'm going to write down
All
Jennifer.
right, we got 1 through 6. Okay, ready?
Yeah, and then I'm going to write down Bill and Deb. And then we're going to write down Seth. It might be 7. Hang on, it might be 7. Yeah, it's 7. It's 7. Change
All
it to
right,
7.
Got it.
And then it's Jersey. That's what we're going to write down there. All right, so I got 7. So spin it 3 times and tell me what number.
All right, hang on. Here we go.
Guys, we do this live, but Scotty's not sharing his screen, which is not a big deal.
I got number 3.
Number 3, Bill Vinny. So, Mr. Vinny, if you want that other pair of tickets, I need you to let me know. Otherwise, we'll scratch your name, and we will redraw by the time we go racing tomorrow. But right now, Bill Vinny has first right of refusal. So, Scotty, thank you for the help. I will be down to visit with all the admins here shortly.
Awesome. Thanks, Roger. And hope everyone enjoyed the show, and hopefully they enjoy the tickets, and they'll have to come find me and say hi.
Yeah,
That's
and
a requirement.
huge thank you for procuring the tickets for both the drivers and for our fans tonight. So a big thank you for that, man. Greatly appreciated. You do a lot for DSRL, and some people don't even know all the stuff you do behind the scenes, but we thank you greatly for it, sir.
Yep, no worries. Thanks, Roger.
Scotty King, everybody. And Scotty is a employee at the Wisconsin State Fairgrounds. He does a lot of their graphics and makes their signs and helps hang them and all the stuff. And so Scotty has the inside on that deal. In fact, he sent me a video that he was doing practice laps on the actual track a couple of days ago, and I think he was on a side-by-side or something. I don't really know. Maybe it was a gator, but he was doing the practice laps. As you can see, they did not help him very much. He still was 13th, and he was at least a lap down. So, we're going to keep working on Tiny Dancer. Maybe we'll just get him back in his tutu and put his little ballet slippers back on him and get him to dance on the front stretch during a caution or something for everybody. But, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show, man. It was a lot of fun. Love coming here. These guys go to Gateway next week, which is a somewhat similar type of deal. It's a tighter turns 1 and 2, a little weirder shape, but 3 and 4 is big and sweeping and flat like this. So it's going to be a lot of fun watching these guys, multiple disciplines. They have got a great schedule this season. It's all ovals for the rest of the way, wrapping up at Homestead at the end of the season, I think. And it's going to be a lot of fun watching this. But I want to thank you guys for being here. Without y'all, there is no reason for us to do this. And with all the great leagues giving us awesome racing like we see each and every night, there's nothing for us to cover. So a high five, a pat on the back all the way around. Until we see you the next time, which is hopefully tomorrow night or Wednesday night. Come in around 8 Eastern. We'll be here. You're going to see O'Reilly Auto Parts cars tomorrow night at, they're at Dover. And then Auto Club Speedway for Midwest Truck Series on Wednesday nights. But come see us as soon as you can. Until then, peace and love to everybody.